If you watched my last video on this series on how to study in Germany, then you probably already know that over 180 universities in Germany have English taught programs that you can actually opt for as an international student who speaks English. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to this series on how to study in Germany. Today, we'll be talking about a very much asked question about students who have interests in studying in Germany all over the world, and that is it important to know Deutsch? Is it important to speak German before you can study in Germany? Is it a prerequisite? Is it a requirement to study in Germany? Today it's going to be a very short video because I have a toothache, so I cannot talk for so long. I'm sorry about that. So we go right into it. But before then, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please help me grow this channel by subscribing to the channel, liking our videos if you like them. I make content on this, how to study in Germany, and also on family, lifestyle, child development, and family, basically. So it's all around education and entertainment on this channel. So now, right back into the video. Must you speak German? Must you know German to be able to study in Germany? Well, there are two ways to look at it. If you move into a country for the first time and they do not speak your language, but you have a high interest in having a life there, then I would say for the purpose of integration, it is really vital for you, and I would say more convenient for you on the long run for you to learn the language of that country. Is it a requirement before you can study in Germany? The answer, or the short answer, is no. You mustn't speak German before you can get a course that, um, before you can get admission or admitted into a program in Germany. Why? Because there are over 180 universities that already have English taught programs integrated into the international office of the universities that help international students to learn in the language they are convenient learning in. So there are so many universities now that have subjects or majors that are taught in English. Of course, there are more universities and more programs that you need German for. So, for example, if your program is to be taught in German, of course, you need German. You would need at least a C1 level in German to be able to get a full admission without an unconditional admission offer to study that program. But if your program is going to be taught in English, then of course you need to prove that you speak English, not German, which means you can come into Germany with only the knowledge of English after proving that, and get admitted into that program without any or little knowledge of German. And if your program is to be taught with both languages, because there are some programs that are taught in both English and German. So, for example, maybe there are some courses you have to take from some other departments or some other minor courses that are also important for you to take in that program that would be taught in German, and some of this in English. Some you have 80% German, 20% English taught programs, and some 80% English taught programs and 20% German taught program. If it's a mix of both, either way, then you need to be able to prove some level of German before you are given admission into the program. However, there are many universities that would still give you admission, but give you 1 year to study the language before you're fully admitted into the program. Isn't that nice? Well, I would say it is. For example, when I got admitted into the University of Duisburg Essen, my admission letter was open and valid for 1 year. So within the 1 year, they offered that I take a German course, come into the country, take a German course for the first year before getting fully admitted into the program from the second year of being in Germany. So that's enough time for you to fully learn the language and then start your studies. So either ways, it depends on you. It depends on the program you are interested in. It's easy to find out if your program will be taught in German or English or both when you go into the official website of the university you're interested in. Then you go to the international office page, and then you look for the courses that are offered in English there. But if you do not find your course there, you could also search for the course on the university website and then find out which language it would be taught in. So, for example, I went to the Humboldt University homepage and went to the international program and then clicked on the international programs, and then I got options of international programs that are available for study. And here you can see I clicked on the Center for British Studies, and under the British Studies I clicked on the master's programs available in the Center for British Studies, and came across the page and the requirements for study. So for example, as you can see here, it starts every October and application ends by 30 April, which means application right now in Humboldt for British Studies MA is ongoing and ends in April, and classes are taught in English, and of course, like we discussed last week, it's tuition free. So it's important for you to find that out first and then prepare your mind to that. So you would already know if you definitely need to start learning German first before you can think about admission, or if you do not even need to think about German at all, get your admission, come into the country, and then maybe learn German later. But my piece of advice, it's always easier when you speak German to live in Germany, because many Germans, even though they speak English, they do not want to speak it to people they do not know, because many of them are not confident enough to speak it, even if they know the language. So it's easier for you to integrate, it's easier for you to feel more homely in the country when you speak the language. So taking lessons, even though you don't need them for your program, is still very important and advised, I would say. So if you come into the country, even though you learn in English, please try to learn the language. That would help you in a lot of ways. Because if you go into the offices, or maybe, for example, the citizens, not citizen office now, the international offices, or any offices of public office, they would want to speak in German with you, not in the language you understand. And there are many times when you need to buy stuff and then they're not speaking English there. You need to know at least a little bit of German that would at least help you to buy stuff in the market, or a little bit of German you can speak to people in the bus, in the train when you need help. It's always easier to learn something. So I hope I've been able to answer your question today. Like I said, it's going to be a very short video, and next week we will be dealing more with requirements on studying in Germany. What requirements are there for a bachelor's program, for a master's program, and for a PhD program. We try to cover it one at a time so that it helps you to prepare your documents and the things you need to gain admission into a program in Germany. For today, I'll be signing out now. Thank you very much for listening. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and help grow it with me. Thank you very much and have a lovely day wherever you're watching from. If you have questions or comments, please don't forget to comment in the comment section. Thank you and bye.